started with clippers. A male officer held her by the arm while others watched them and laughed. In a back hallway of the station, they shaved Carmen's head, calling it policy. No warning, no dignity, just humiliation. But that night, she walked back in, and she wasn't alone. What happened next made even the captain tremble. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know your city. Carmen Wells had spent 5 years working as a janitor at the 18th precinct in Baton Rouge. Most of the officers barely looked at her. Some nodded, some barked orders like she was furniture. She kept to herself, she did her job well, cleaned the blood no one talked about, heard the jokes that shouldn't be said, and she never said a word. Until one afternoon changed everything. Officer Blake Tiernan had always been the loudest guy in the room. Big ego, small empathy. That day he cornered Carmen while she was mopping near the locker room and made a crude comment about her hairnet. When she ignored him, he followed her, mocked her, ripped it off. She asked him quietly to stop. He didn't. Instead, in front of 3 other officers, he opened the evidence cabinet, grabbed electric clippers, and shaved a chunk of her hair off. She stood frozen. The others watched and did nothing. Captain Monroe later called it a misunderstanding. Carmen said only one thing before leaving the building. "You'll see me again tonight." By 8:12 p.m., the station had calmed down. The same officers who laughed were playing cards or filling out half-hearted reports. Then, the door opened. Carmen walked in, shaved head, black suit, federal badge around her neck. Behind her were 3 suited agents and 2 men in tactical gear. No one said a word at first. Then Carmen spoke. "I'm here on federal business. Step aside." The agents handed the captain a document, a full DOJ order, authorizing the immediate lockdown of the precinct pending investigation, charges of civil rights violations, suppression of complaints, witness intimidation, and it had all begun with Carmen's report, filed less than 90 minutes after she walked out that afternoon, because Carmen Wells wasn't just a janitor. She had spent 14 years in covert field operations with the CIA. She'd served abroad, trained foreign agents, and led intelligence recoveries. After her sister's death, she retired quietly and took a job that gave her stability and silence, until that silence was broken by a man with clippers and a badge. Tiernan tried to bluster his way out of it. "She's lying," he said. But one of the agents responded flatly, "Her clearance outranks yours, officer." He was arrested that night. So was one of the bystanders. The others were suspended pending interviews. The station was closed temporarily. Latine Sandra Cho, the only officer who later admitted what happened and expressed shame, was asked to help rebuild the precinct under new leadership and oversight. Carmen didn't return as a janitor. She joined a federal task force on law enforcement abuse, helping clean something far deeper than flaws. She never raised her voice, never looked for the cameras. She just walked into places like that one and changed them. There's a word I want to hear from you today. Presence. Because sometimes real power doesn't scream, it enters quietly, but makes everyone else stop talking. What does that word mean to you? Comment below. There is a story here on the screen that will also move you. Press to watch, you won't regret it.